And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Another cruise ship tour. Always be booked. This time, the Carnival Vista. We got some vital stats for you right here. If you want to check those out, feel free to pause the video. But for purposes of time, we're going to move on. If you guys are into anything cruise content related, feel free to check out the Always Be Booked Cruise podcast. It's available anywhere you like to listen to your favorite podcast. Also, of course, YouTube. Please like, subscribe, share the video, comment, the whole thing. All right, we're going to start as usual on the Serenity deck, deck 15 on the Vista. I believe the Vista is one of, if not the first ship to purpose build a Serenity deck for the cruise. Before that, it was other areas of the ship that were repurposed and reformatted. This is a look at, what would you say, clamshell, lounger, row, always with the cushions. Very, very comfortable, quiet part of the ship, 18 and over. This is a beautiful bar. I think it's nicer than the bars that they have on the Excel. You also have the Fresh Creations salad station up there. Now we are in the Cloud 9 Spa. This part is the hair salon. You have a bunch of different options for spa treatments here. You can get your foot bath going. You can get your hair, your nails done, everything. And then you make your way back here. They have tons of treatment rooms. They have this waiting area that you can get into. Like I said, I'm not the biggest spa guy when it comes to cruise ships, but just walking around this thing, you could tell that they did not take any shortcuts. Right here, I couldn't get all the way in, but you could see the thalassotherapy pool and the thermal spa with the thermal loungers. Here you have the fitness studio. You guys know this type of room where they do the spin classes, they do a lot of talks, nutrition talks, they do posture detox type of thing. This is the fitness center, the gym. You want to get a workout in, they have plenty of treadmills. You have your elliptical machines here. You have your universal weights. You have stretching areas. They have a scale there. They actually have free weights too as well. This is not when it was very crowded because we were in port, but people were taking advantage of this. All right, now we're outside on deck 12, the sports and activities area. As you see, we're going across the jogging track right now. They have pool tables out here. It's crazy when the seas get high. How do you keep those balls from rolling around on the pool table? I don't know, but yeah, we're continuing on the jogging track. In case you don't know what a basketball court looks like, that's what this is right here. And we get a little shot of the big fella, 7'1". You could see how you size up. That's the Skyride track right there. And then you also have the ropes course. Now the Skyride is what came along before the Bolt roller coaster on the Excel class ships. So when you compare it to the Bolt, it's a little pedestrian. You kind of have to pedal your way around that thing. It's very laborious, and in those hot Caribbean days, you can work up quite a sweat. But very cool ropes course, as you can see right there. You strap yourself in and you're in good shape, and then you just pan down and you have the mini golf area. So yeah, I mean, there's tons of activities on the cruise ship for you to enjoy. On deck 10, this is the Lido deck aft pool section, one of my favorite parts of the ship. We're looking down on it right now. You see people just hanging out. That is in Amber Cove right now, if you're wondering about the mountains around. We're going to make our way now into the specialty dining area. This is where they keep two specialty dining restaurants. They keep Gigi's Asian and the Italian concept, which is Cucina del Capitan. So we'll make our way in here. We'll pan around these two restaurants while they're closed. You're not going to have any trouble figuring out which is which. Right now, this is Gigi's right here. And yeah, very nice decor. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. This is the Cucina del Capitan. I think they put a little bit more effort into this one with a lot of the wine used as decor. You have the pictures. You have the nice captain's table. And then you have the captain's outfit right here, Cucina del Capitan. Really good Italian food. Good decor, nice place to spend a couple of dollars on some specialty dining. Now we're going to make our way down the stairs. Everything is pretty proximal. Towards the back, out to the back of the ship, you have Pizzeria del Capitano. And Carnival, to me, one of their best things about their ships is the pizza. Very, very underrated. Fresh made all the time, delicious. They have 4 or 5 different types you can choose from. This is the Seafood Shack. A lot of fresh seafood here. Now this one you do have to pay for. The lobster rolls, crab legs, oysters, that type of thing. Now we make our way into the Lido Marketplace. This is the ship's buffet. You also have the Carnival Deli, tons of sandwiches, really good options. All right, we're back at the buffet now. This is what you get. This is lunch right here. You have breakfast and lunch kind of intertwined with each other. And yeah, we got a little omelet flip. She kind of nailed that right there, didn't she? And then, yes, the old favorite, ladies and gentlemen, Guy's Burger. You know how Guy's does it, smash burger style. They ball up the beef and then they smash it down, and you can get whatever you want in it. The donkey sauce, the cheese, the fries, everything. Guys, is a popular spot on Carnival ships. Get there early. This is the toppings bar, nice and fresh, potato sticks, onions, tomato, whatever you want. Not to be outdone, you also have Blue Iguana Cantina right here. This is where they do the tacos, the burritos. They also have a fresh salsa bar as well, watermelon, and now we're at the Lido deck, the main pool area on Carnival, looking down on deck 10. A lot of people having fun out here. The party's always rocking and rolling. If you want peace and quiet, go to the back of the ship. If you want the energy, this is where you want to be. We like to get a lot of good shots of the Lido deck. There's plenty of space out there. They do it right. We're next to a Costa ship, as you can see right there. On the Lido deck, you have two options for bars. You have the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar, which is what you see right here, and then across the way, just across the way, you have the Red Frog Rum Bar. Now these bars are interchangeable. What you can get at one, you can get at the other. They just kind of theme them out a little differently. This was a great ship, great staff, very nice crew. The bartenders were very helpful, always friendly, participating in the videos. Now we're going to make our way over, still on deck 10, to Dr. Seuss Water Park. And I think this was kind of a one and done. I'm not sure they're doing this again. I think this was Vista class and Vista class only, but yeah, a lot of fun. I wish they had this stuff when I was a kid, but they didn't. All right, we're going down to deck 5, the Havana Lounge. This is one of my favorite rooms on the ship. This is out the back of the Havana Lounge on deck 5, aft pool. They have hot tubs, and a very unique thing is these Havana cabanas, where you do have a balcony type of a setup, but it's not directly on the water. There is a walkway behind it. So interesting little thing that they did with the Vista class of ships. And this is just another look at the back of the ship on deck 5. You do have to have Havana cabana staterooms to access this part of the ship. This is another look at the Havana bar on the outside. Now what you see here is mirrored on the inside. They're kind of back to back, and then you pan across, and at night this is a very vibrant room. The band is phenomenal, people dancing, salsa dancing, and that's pretty much it. We'll make our way back out of the lobby. Beautiful part of the ship. Love the Havana Lounge, the Havana Bar, whatever you want to call it. All right, Ocean Plaza right here. It spans the width of the ship. On either side of the ship, you can go outside. Very nice place to hang out, relax outdoors. The Guy's Pig and Anchor's out there, but then you walk in and then you see the live music area. Walk all the way across, you're back outside, and this is what it looks like. Then you make your way forward, and it takes you right into the Red Frog Pub and Brewery. And this is your access there. This is one of my favorite parts of the ship. You have your little ski ball right there, or shuffleboard, whatever you want to call it. Live music venue, great place to hang out, great place to get some whiskey or some beer. They brew the beer on board, which is crazy. Carnival, kudos to Carnival for doing this. The live music was phenomenal. There are the where they make the beer, and I did have a chance when I was there to meet the brewmaster. Very nice woman. She gave me some insight as to how the beer is made on board. The hops, the barley, the yeast, the water, all of it has to come in. It's a big batch. You screw that up, you got a lot of explaining to do right there. All right, now we're at Guy's Pig and Anchor. This is the barbecue joint on board, not when it's open, but yeah, you can get the jalapeno sausage, the brisket, the pulled pork, all of it. This is Java Blue. When you need your caffeine, this is where you want to be. Again, deck 5, this is the spot. Then you have the pixels where you can get your pictures. If you want to get online, you want to access the internet, you could do it over here. We're going to continue forward, and this is sort of like a specialty dining area, a little bit of a restaurant row here. You have also the Alchemy Bar. The Alchemy Bar is right here. This is the original craft cocktail section on Carnival ships. This is Bonsai Sushi. Japanese area restaurant. You have the teppanyaki over here as well. But this is a beautiful area. As you can see, you have an indoor and outdoor section. You can get plenty of sake. You just pull up a chair, order sushi a la carte. It's very, very moderately priced. Very, very nice place to be. All right, Fahrenheit 555. Is that what it is? 555. This is the steakhouse. They're closed right now, but we went inside anyway. Hi, Carnival has my favorite steak. As far as I'm concerned, for my money, of the big three, Carnival does the steak the best. Again, plenty of wine selection. Even if you don't want steak, you can pick something else. Chicken, seafood, all available at Fahrenheit 555. Perspective shot of the whole little area. You have all that stuff going on in one little spot, and we'll make our way. This is the piano bar, one of my favorite parts of the ship. Very, very energetic, vibrant part of the ship. People really seem to like this place, especially when you have a good piano player. Really does a good job interacting with the crowd, and this gentleman who was on board this week did a phenomenal job. You see the same faces. They know each other's names. It becomes its own little community. Here we got the library bar. That's right, you heard right. It's not just a library. Let's put a bar in the library. This particular time they're using it as some storage for the art auction that they were about to have, but there's your bar. There's your library. You'd see plenty of table games going on here. There'd be checkers, and now we'll make our way out into the atrium. 3, 4, and 5 spans 3 decks. That is the Dreamscape, very popular. They would always switch designs, and it was always cool to see what would be on the Dreamscape all the time. Some retail shops here. You guys know the deal with the watches and the watch sales that go on cruise ships. Here's a hint. Don't ever look on Amazon for Invicta watches if you're a fan of buying watches on cruise ships. All right, this is the casino, the Vista Casino. Typical, nothing really out of bounds here. Basic casino, slot machines all over the place. You have your table games, your roulette, your blackjack, your poker, all that type of thing. The unique thing about the Vista, I don't know how many ships have this, but it has an actual full-on non-smoking room as well. So this is the non-smoking room. It's not quite as fancy as the other one, but it's glad to see that they have it. This is the Heroes Lounge, the Heroes Bar. And in this is what the default sports bar was. So people would come here to watch the games. The TVs were nice. People would come here to maybe get a drink if they were having some trouble getting a drink at the nightclub or at the Punchliner. And speaking of, here we are, Limelight Lounge. Multi-purposed room. You did the art auctions here. You did stand-up comedy here. You also had the nightclub. And yes, they did roll in a bar. But a lot of times, you know, it would get overcrowded, so people would go into the Heroes Bar. All right, this is the main dining room, the 2-level main dining room, the Horizons, and it was basically to take care of the people who had assigned dining time. The 2 times, I forgot what it is. What was it, 5:30 and 7:30 or something like that? But beautiful room. You could see it's much more muted and toned down than the Joe Farkas era main dining rooms were. I mean, I happen to be a fan of the Farkas era, but this is very, very nice too. I mean, the signature that it's a new day is all over these main dining rooms. You get a couple of different angles here from both deck 3 and deck 4. What's really cool is that kind of funnels out. You go over and then back down the stairs, and it goes right into the Reflections main dining room. And this is the main dining room that will take care of you basically if you are of your time dining. So when you want to be able to pick your own time to sit down and eat, this is a 1-story dining room, more towards the mid portion of the ship. But the cool thing about this thing is that it also filters right out into the atrium. So you have a front entrance and a back entrance, and now we are back into the atrium. So if we continue on, you could see some seating there, the shore excursions, the guest services desk. Any administrative stuff you want to take care of is on the 3rd floor, midship in the atrium. One final look back here. You get the Dreamscape, doing whatever the Dreamscape is doing for right now. And this is the Liquid Lounge. We are entering during a time when it was acting as the default Punchliner for the night. There was a stand-up comedy show, but I wanted to give you a couple of different angles from both levels. This is on deck 4 and 5. You have access, and this is from the stage. I always got to get on the stage. I don't know who I think I am. I didn't belt out any songs or anything, but I at least go up there and kind of give you guys some perspective shots of the whole thing. Now we're going upstairs. This is deck 6, and this is the arcade. pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and pretty popular. A lot of virtual reality games, stuff like that the kids love. And then also just upstairs from that, you have the IMAX theater. I had never done an IMAX theater anywhere, let alone on a cruise ship, and I was so glad I did. You get your popcorn, you get your drink, you pop right in, you get settled in, comfortable, and you enjoy a nice little feature film. They were doing feature films, they were doing documentaries. You had a lot of different variety of things you could watch, but if something was cool, it was really cool to kind of be on a cruise ship and be in a movie theater, IMAX style. I kind of enjoyed it. I would absolutely 100% do it again. All right, there's a little secret passageway on Deck 7 as well. If you want to check this out, you have full access to the forward portion of the ship, unobstructed by glass. Not a lot of people know this is here. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. My name is Tommy, Always Be Booked. Check out the podcast. Please like and subscribe. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks again for watching.